Alrighty guys, we're back for Mono White Airbending, and this is a last Airbender Standard brew, and I'm Red Cat. Let's briefly go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked. Here on the top end we have all four Avatar's Wrath. 4 mana sorcery, choose up to one target creature, then airbend all other creatures. So to airbend a permanent or card, you exile it. If a card is exiled this way, its owner may cast it from exile by paying 2 rather than paying its mana cost. Okay, now also on Avatar's Wrath, until your next turn, your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Okay, and then exile Avatar's Wrath. Kinda really neat. Interested to see how good of a board wipe this is actually going to be. Now, not the only airbending we have packed in. We actually have a couple Appa here on the top end as well. Steadfast Guardian, 4 mana, 3/4, flash flying, legendary creature, of course. When Appa enters, airbend any number of other target non-land permanents you control. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Cool. Also here on the top end we have Aang, the last airbender. 4 mana, 3/2 with flying. Unfortunately, no flash, but that's okay. When Aang enters, airbend up to one other target non-land permanent. Cool. Whenever you cast a lesson spell, Aang gains lifelink until end of turn. We do got some lessons packed in actually. We have a couple Airbending Lessons, 3 mana instant speed. Airbend target non-land permanent. Draw a card. Cool, it replaces itself. Also have Airbender's Reversal. It's a 2 mana instant lesson. Choose one. Destroy target attacking creature. Airbend target creature you control. Seems like fantastic removal actually, right? The only removal we have packed in, we have a Get Lost in case of emergencies. We have all 4 Spring-Loaded Sawblades. Should work wonders with airbending or work wonders with our Nurturing Pixie, also making the cut as a 4 of. Working well with Pixie and airbending, we have a couple Momo, Playful Pet. When Momo leaves the battlefield, choose one. You can create a food, or you can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, which is fantastic when you got so many flyers too, or just plugging an extra counter onto a Nurturing Pixie could be super deadly. Anyways, or you could just scry 2 as well. Yeah, I like Momo. Should be pretty good in here, actually. We also have more ways to slow down the opponent outside of all of our spot removal and board wipes, I suppose, right? We have a couple Authority of Consuls. Should be pretty good. Airbender Ascension also kind of sort of acting as removal. It's a 2 mana enchantment. When it enters, airbend up to one target creature. So whenever a creature you control enters, you put a quest counter on this enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if this enchantment has 4 or more quest counters on it, exile up to one target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. We're not really worried too much about the bottom ability. Yeah, it might be cool to maybe blink Appa or something like that, but mainly it's just in here for the airbending ETB, and it's not going to be a terrible one to maybe bounce back with a Pixie or something as well. Now, working well with all the airbending, especially when you're airbending the opponent's things, Aven Interrupter here is a 3 mana 2/2 flash flying. When it enters, exile target spell, it becomes plotted. Spells your opponents cast from graveyards or from exile cost 2 more to cast. That is actually pretty brutal. So we also have a couple Sukis to help us go wide, but also boost a wide board state potentially. So other creatures you control get +1/+0. Whenever another permanent you control leaves the battlefield during your turn, you create a 1/1 white ally creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn, unfortunately, right? But still should be a pretty neat one in here. Over in the mana base, we got a couple Abandoned Air Temples entering tapped unless you control a basic land, which we have 21 planes, should be all too easy, right? Now you can pay 3 and a white, tap this, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Beautiful. We also have a Fountainport over here, which honestly, maybe I should just put the second Fountainport in right now. I do think Fountainport will be pretty good in this one. No honorable mentions. What at the very least should have made the cut as an honorable mention? I do feel like I'm missing something that usually works well with Pixie, but I'm blanking. So yeah, definitely let me know down in the comments. Either way, I do my dandiest to save the more in-depth discussion for the end of the video, so look forward to that. In the meantime, let's go ahead, take this into some ranked, see how we do. Okay, we'll see if we can get right into that first game. In the meantime, what am I expecting from the build? I have no idea. I'm actually, like, I'm expecting a little bit of jank as far as, like, Mono White mid-range and stuff goes. As far as, like, Pixie Blink goes, right? So, a little janky, but really like the theme we got going on in here. So, I'm expecting fun as well, of course. Give it a shot. This is a lot of mana. I'm not incredibly concerned, but, well, we do see more mana off the top, too. Yeah, with Momo and Pixie, it's pretty neat as long as we don't see any more mana. So Authority with Orzhov colors over there. They drop a Duress. There goes the Avatar's Wrath. And looking at the rest of the hand, they're probably feeling pretty confident now. We do see another Wrath off the top, which is fantastic news. We can get the Air Temple down without any worries. We can go ahead, Nurturing Pixie, bounce the Momo. I'd say scrying would be worth it here, guys. Scry 2 is kind of no joke, especially when there's a real chance we could flood this game. Extra counter's really good too, except for the fact that up against Orzhov, the Pixie's probably just going to die anyways. I say Scry 2 is very valuable. Ooh, okay. I'm keeping both of these, probably in this order too. Yep, looks good. I'm keeping them. Get Momo back down. They go up to 23. Very unfortunate that Authority's over there, guys, as we're going to give them a lot of life as we continue to bounce Momo and stuff. Okay. Start with the swing. Wait a minute. Did I swing with... Did I miss damage last turn? Oh, well. Hopefully it doesn't come down to 1. Right, yeah, I think... I mean, there's always a chance that you run right into, like, an Elspeth Smite or something, too, so maybe. King Pixie number 2. They go up to 21. Bounce Momo. I mean, we have Airbender Ascension on top. I think I'm going to go for the extra counter this time round. Heartless Act. Bro. Rude. Okay, extra counter. I guess spread it wide then, right? Beza. Alright. They don't get life gain, but they do get a couple fishies and some card draw too, which is actually terrible news. Airbending Ascension is not good against Beza whatsoever. Avatar's Wrath could be okay. Could be. But I think we just let them keep the Beza for now. I guess we could swing with Pixie, Airbend Pixie, play Pixie. They gain 1, bounce the Ascension. Seems like the most unnecessary line of play that you could possibly imagine. We could also just airbend a fish and be happy about it too, I suppose. Let's just go for it. Fly, fishy, fly! Yeah, airbending Beza, not the greatest idea. And Avatar's Wrath, honestly, not the greatest idea to hit the Beza with either, so... On to 15. Got 5 mana open. Oh, Spring-Loaded Sawblades is fantastic. Wow. I think we just do this now, honestly. Even before combat wouldn't be bad. Take care of the Beza. Nah. After combat. Or potentially on their turn, too. A little concerned about them drawing. We also had Abandoned Air Temple open, too, if we wanted to hit for an extra couple. I say, if we're going to do this either way, it's okay to do now so that way they have less cards in hand, less cards to interact with our, with what we're doing here. I think that's totally fine. If we were expecting haste or other style of abilities... Ah, Kutzil's Flanker. So I think we still would have hit the Beza. But Flanker is another one that is terrible to bounce back or airbend, so that's a problem for sure. Down to 11. I think we can keep up pace with this. What's that? Destroy all creatures. Oh, opponent. Rude. Choose a card name. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, or library for up to 4 cards with the name. Exile them. Shuffles. Exile comes out as Firelord Sozin. Firebending 3 Menace. Deals combat damage to a player, you may pay X. When you do, put any number of target creature cards with total mana value X or less from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Oh dear? Oh dear. Oh no. Right, this is one of those moments where at the end of going over the deck list I said probably should just have the second Fountainport in here right away, right? Yeah, probably. Maybe we'll do a mid-video revamp with that second Fountainport. There's going to be moments though then where the Air Temple holds you up, but not too many moments. What did they call? What you call? What's going on? Opponent? Huh? What did they call? Nothing happened. Choose card name. There's nothing in our exile. I have no idea what happened.
I will turn the tide.
I completely missed it. I'll have to go back in the video and see what they ended up calling there. Maybe they thought we built around something else? Oh no. Momo! Hi, little buddy. Just a little pal. He's actually a pretty good draw if we want to, well, just playing Momo is fine too. The opponent life, the quest counter. We have Abandoned Air Temple too. Not gonna die next turn. Could save the Avatar's Wrath for sure. The Firelord Sozin doesn't have haste or anything. Duress, no. Right, well, if we wouldn't have saved it, we could have maybe had the Scry too. We could have gotten rid of the tokens. We also could have kept Momo on the board too, because you can choose up to one target creature, then airbend all others. So we would have airbended the tokens. Oh man. Oh man, I mean just completely picked apart, huh? Looking at the Elspeth. Hey, good game opponent. Very, very nice. So they go 0 on the Elspeth. Oh, you know what I forgot to drop? When they wiped the board, I forgot to drop my cabbages. Oh man, now I'm sad. Oh hey, they don't have removal. And they didn't go in the air. We're alive! Oh, maybe we're not actually. Maybe we're not alive. Are they gonna go Fountainport Sacrifice? Down to 1. And they pay X is 3 instead of like going X is 6 or something here. So they want the pixies, I suppose. Mana value X or less. Oh, and the Momo too. Oh wow. You should bounce the Momo for sure. Yeah, come back, Momo. Come back to my hand, little buddy. They could get rid of authority too, or a token if they wanted extra counters in the air. Or Elspeth. I guess that was a thing to do. Did they activate? And yeah, I guess they went, I don't know what they did. I have no idea. I'm not paying enough attention to the game, I suppose, guys. Just so excited to get Momo back to hand. Oh man, right. One of the reasons, instead of like conceding and stuff, and waiting till the very last point of damage, is to see as much off the top as possible. And sometimes we get to see things just play out a little differently too. Like in this scenario, they bounced the Elspeth, so we actually got to interrupt the Elspeth, which is fantastic, as the plot can't happen now till next turn anyways. They still got the full swing, they still got the victory, but it was still like a fun little ending overall, you know what I mean? Yeah, with missing both of the Avatar's Wraths to, like losing the second Wrath to the Duress was particularly brutal, I would say, because this would have been a really good airbend at some point, but, oh, did we lose the first one to the first Duress too? I guess we did, didn't we? Bit of a weird game. That was Orzhov mid-range, and checking out the new board wipe saga. It's cool. Keep the ball rolling. Try to roll it into some victories. Getting cleanly picked apart, though, is a little concerning, but sometimes Orzhov just does that. Good hand. Much better than the first hand, right? For sure. I wouldn't mind dropping Airbender's Reversal on Momo for the Scry 2, but then playing Momo for 2 mana from the Airbending. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening here. With the... Yeah, with the reversal just acting as removal, we want to be patient with it, for sure. Alright. Actually swing with Momo this time, too. That's important. Oh, Opulent Palace, guys, so Sultai colors so far from the opponent. We could airbend Momo, get the Scry 2. We could. I mean, no immediate threat on the board. They keep one on top. You know what? You know what, man? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Yeah, no, I was going to keep reversal for removal. It's pretty good removal, but just kind of want to see more here. Another Avatar's Wrath and more mana even, guys. I'm going to send the mana for sure. How about the second Wrath? I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for more. Let's see what we can find here. Appa, hi little buddy. That's something for sure. Third mana's tapped, unfortunately, making the Interrupter turn a little bit weak, but that's okay. Still worthwhile keeping open. Whoa, that is not a good target for the Interrupter at all. Okay, sir. You get your Overlord. Uh-oh. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, right? We could still play the Interrupter. And start swinging, maybe. Nah, I'm going to keep Interrupter open with Appa next turn instead, and open with the Get Lost too, so that's actually pretty good. Yeah, you plot up the Overlord for 2 mana. Or if they pop the Interrupter first, Overlord becomes free, but it's actually a creature, right? I think that's how that would have worked. So, Town Greeter. Yeah, nothing to bounce with Appa, but then you start like you get the Appa bottom ability rolling and everything too. Let's have Town Greeter next turn. Yeah, not a lot of great targets for the Interrupter. I think I'm going Appa for the turn, see if we can start slamming some excess damage through in the air, actually. We'll see how that works out for us then. And more tapped land too, so we will have to get lost for the Overlord before it gets too late as well. Appa, come on down. Nothing to bounce back. That's okay. Another Appa. I'm actually pretty happy about that. Good to get lost open. I hope that this isn't the turn that actually matters about keeping the Interrupter. We'll see, won't we? We'll see. We do not have Interrupter open this turn, just the Get Lost, and we start getting some damage through now. If 5th mana's tapped land, then that will be great news. No 5-drop that we could have potentially interrupted. Awaken the Honored Dead. Unfortunately, is going to hit our Appa. Luckily, we have Appa number 2 in hand, and yes, that would have been a very good target for the Interrupter, but they would have eventually just played it for the 2 anyways, so. Mill 3, you may discard a card. When you do, return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. Still probably going to be the Overlord, right? I think so. See what else they do for the turn. It is actually their untapped 5th. Save a blocker on the ground. While we have the open mana, let's take the Get Lost kill on the Overlord. See what we see. Another Avatar's Wrath. Wrath. There we go. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Block on the ground. I mean, they love having creatures in the grave is one of the big problems here too, right? Gotta save these Wraths for when they actually get their big chunky things on the board. So we just we keep open our flash, guys. I'll take the block into the ground, I think. Go for the full swing. Still got 2 mana open here too. Yeah, with the map tokens, they could plug the map tokens onto the greeter next turn, so maybe it would even be better just to take the extra 1. They do accept the trade. Like I said, they don't mind extra creatures in the grave regardless, so let's see what ends up happening here. Mill 3 cards. Oh, Terror of the Peaks hitting the yard, guys. Wow. I suppose it's 4 color. I guess Reanimator, as far as I can tell. It is kind of hard to tell here exactly what we're up against. It could just be 4 color Graveyard too, but be surprising. They actually send 1 to the bottom. They got 5 mana open. Appa, come on down, buddy. Appa and Momo. The dream team. Nice. Do we go scry? I guess we scry over the counter. I guess. Because it could just be more spot removal for the Appa anyways. Seeing a little further into the deck list. Oh, another Interrupter's good too, right? And Suki's not bad either. But more mana off the top could mean we can play Momo and keep Interrupter open. Okay. I don't know if I want mana, though. I do like both of these. Oh, crap, guys. I don't know. I would have said Suki. Let's keep the second Interrupter. I think the second Interrupter could be really, really good. But more mana would be really, really good, too. So it does look like Appa might bite the dust, unfortunately, as they're taking a look at everything they got here at the end step. Yeah, saying second Interrupter is more valuable than finding the 5th mana is kind of just like accepting the slow pace of the match. All right. Pass it on back. Poor Appa. That's both of our top-end Appas too, so. Let's see what they end up bringing back to their hand. Are they going to end up discarding for the Terror? They don't actually have a red source on the board is the problem. Oh, Arden chilling in the grave too. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness we have Interrupter in hand, guys. Holy cow. And yeah, more mana at some point is going to be pretty important. They end up just grabbing an island here. Mind Bitten. Enters as a copy. I don't think so, actually. We'll go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, they got so much mana, they'll be able to do that again next turn. And we do find the 5th. So thank goodness for the second Interrupter. Let's get Momo down. Nothing sticking. We'll go for the swing. See what Interrupter gets up to next turn, I suppose. No? Yes. All right. Next turn, opponent. Next turn. You can have it, okay? Unless I see the 3rd Interrupter, in which case I don't think so. We got 5 on the board. It's a 3-turn clock. No, it's going to be Zombify for the Arden. And Terror of the Peaks is probably the grab here, I would say. I think we'll chump with Momo. And get another Scry too, I suppose. We don't want to forget we have Avatar's Wrath as well. Okay, what did they have on top here? Oh, another Arden on top. Yeah, Avatar's Wrath with Interrupter, then you can like reuse the Interrupter and whatnot. Hey, that's my Appa. Oh, bro. Rude. Taking my Appa. Right. Unfortunately, that's something I wasn't thinking about, guys. The menace from the Arden as well. I was thinking they were going to bring back Terror, give it haste. I wasn't thinking about the menace at all. Go back up to 18 here. We double block. Appa sticks around, but we still get the scry. I think we just take it. We find more mana, actually. We have the Swing in the Air for 5. Then Avatar's Wrath, we could keep... Spend 4 there. 8 total mana. Keep an Interrupter. Get the Momo play. Still, I think the Scry 2 might still be the best. Now, this Appa's a token, right? So unfortunately, yeah, that would be so cool if it wasn't a token, though. Okay. So choose up to 1 target creature, then airbend all other creatures. So we'll keep an Interrupter around. Am I sure I want to target it with Avatar's Wrath? Yes. What are you talking about, game? Now, we could go counter. We could. A little extra damage getting through eventually. Can't play anything from exile next turn. You know what? I am going to go counter. Maybe we can get this back down to a 2-turn clock. We could play Momo. They don't have Mind Bitten or the Arden this turn. So we don't have to keep Interrupter open. Well, they have Arden off the top, though. 8 total mana, so we got to keep Interrupter, I suppose. Okay. No more Momo. This is kind of a hard deck list to play, guys, honestly. My brain is a melting, but that's okay. Doing my best here. Interrupter. Okay. We got 5 on the board. So that is a 3-turn clock, I suppose. It's something. The second Avatar's Wrath should be really good. Oh, Airbending Lesson is actually excellent, right? So, and play Momo. We also could have, like, swung for 5. I suppose technically Airbender's Wrath. Until your next turn, opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Keep 1 Interrupter. That doesn't seem great, though, especially not since we saw the lesson. The lesson should be really good. We only got 6 on the board right now. This is also one of those games where our utility lands really would have come in handy. See, they still got 4 for the Arden as well. So what did they end up copying here with the Mind Bitten? What's left in their yard? Oh, crap. Oh, no. When did that get there? Aw, crap, dude. Right. There's nothing we could do about this. If we airbend the Mind Bitten, they're still gonna get the ETB. Which I suppose I don't know what to do here. I really don't. What's left for 1 mana in the deck list? I think this just happens, right? I don't think there's much we could do. Actually, I guess, yeah. What is the best thing we could have done there? Because even if we airbended this, all the ETBs would have happened. The Terror of the Peaks would have still happened. So, only thing I can think of. Hey, we got Appa back. Hi, Appa's out there, guys. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get the, this is silly, guys. Let's get the Scry 2, see what's left on top. Airbender's Reversal is actually pretty good, and the Pixie can go, I suppose, right? Yeah, if we would have Airbending Lessoned, they still would have got this ETB. they would have still had a huge chunk of damage coming through with the Terror, and at that point, Terror and the Mind Bitten both blocking in the air. They're also getting a little bit of life gain here. Back up to 10. Fiora's ability as well. So if you cast it, each player sacrifices all of their creatures. That's right, that's right. My face! My face! Even the 3 with the food wouldn't have done it, as they still had an extra 5 coming through after the fact, so... That was something, dude. I don't even know what to say about that. Honestly, I really don't. Let's try one more. Win or lose. I still don't know if I'll know what's going on. It's kind of neat, right? We're kind of doing the thing. Mono White Pixie. But with all the new airbending cards and whatnot. Against that last one, though, I mean, that was going to be tough. Once you get into the mid-game, once they have so much established in the grave and everything, some more utility in here, some more ETB creatures and whatnot could actually go a long way. Like, I'm thinking about that flanker. Hello, opponent. We don't get many hellos. We make sure to drop it in return. Yeah, in that last game, I suppose holding off on the Interrupter too could have been pretty good. They still would have had Arden on the board though then, which still would have been a problem. Uh-oh, Synthesizer. I2. Okay. I think we're okay. For now. They keep 2 on top. Oh no. Guys, I'm going to play the Spring-Loaded Sawblades just to have something to bounce to the Pixie. And then we'll still have Sawblades and the Airbender's Reversal open too. Although we could have had Airbending Lesson open, I suppose. Just be able to play Synthesizer for 2 mana instead, and that means that could be bad once they get their 5th with double Synthesizer or something. United Battlefront. I mean, they kept some on top for a reason, so let's see. They could have drawn Battlefront, kept the other one on top because it was like a Synthesizer or something. So these are getting right over the Sawblades, being 6/6s now. Excuse me, guys. Okay. Right. Authority. Oh no, a turn late, huh? That could have been pretty good. That would have been really, really good, actually. Let's get it down. We have Airbending Lesson open with Spring-Loaded Sawblades. Bending Lesson hits tokens pretty well. Start swinging in the air, because I think we're in danger no matter what here, unfortunately, guys. So we also could have just kept Airbender's Reversal open with the Sawblades instead. I mean, they have Repurposing Bay. They can just go ahead, pop one of the Synthesizers, or find a second United Battlefront. Wow. So now's the time. Do we take a Synthesizer, bounce it back? Either way, I'm pretty sure they win with the constructs on the board. So without haste, I suppose we actually do airbend a construct instead. See what we see off the top. It's actually Airbender Ascension here, guys. Okay, right. So I don't know. I don't know. Synthesizer number 3. They got 14 on the board. Yeah, because and then Perilous Snare can take the authority. Oh no, they got 14 on the board now, guys. So if we would have bounced Synthesizer, they found the second one anyways, then they would have had 3 constructs on the board. Good game opponent, dude. I don't know, man. I think we would have been in danger, like, no matter what there, right? So I'd say some pretty poor decisions overall from me. I don't know if it was the deck or me most of the time. Probably a little bit of both. I think we can easily call this janky. Airbending doesn't seem as powerful as you'd first expect, especially something like the Avatar's Wrath as well. which seems like it could be a really cool 4-mana board wipe in the right deck list. Something I do really like about this deck is the curve. 2.4 average casting cost here, and the curve is looking glorious for a nice mid-range deck list. As this is an easy trade-in, that Fountainport seems super necessary. There we go, a little bit of more utility land should do the thing nicely. And Aven Interrupter, very powerful card, and it really does pair well with the airbending in general. I think I'd drop a Suki Courageous Rescuer down to 1, and I don't know what to go up, guys. I'm dazed and confused. This is the first day for me of the new set, and it's been a weird one, man. I've been very, I guess, kind of taken aback by everything. I feel like I've been playing things out very poorly today, too, so maybe it's just one of those days of Magic the Gathering. That's very possible, too. Maybe I'll do better the next time I sit down to record. And maybe I can bring some more powerful deck lists to the table too, now that I got a little bit of taste of firebending, especially now a little taste of airbending. Gotta move on to earthbending soon, and then get around to your guys' Discord suggestions too, which, by the way, guys, if you want, down in the description, there's the Discord link, and there's also the Patreon link too, if you're interested in joining either of those up or supporting the channel that way. And then also, guys, for the YouTube side of things, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you actually drop it a like. If you enjoy the channel, then consider subscribing. It really does help out the channel. So thank you guys. Right, what else to say here? Maybe leaning further into the Pixie side of things and leaning less into the Airbender side of things could bring some power to this build. Oh, guys, hey, put it on the do not craft list. No matter what, put everything on the do not craft list for the first couple weeks of any given set, even if it looks like it's going to be powerful. The meta's weird, man, and it's always been weird, so you just never know where it's going to land. After a couple weeks, it could land on the opposite side of whatever deck list you ended up crafting or using all of your precious wildcards on. That could feel pretty bad, so just hold off on the crafts. I know that's hard to do. I know I don't do that. So, right. Appa, Steadfast Guardian. I really like this guy. A really cool creature, man. We didn't see our one of Aang, the last airbender, and I don't think if we did see Aang that it would have helped in any of those games anyways. It's a pretty janky pick overall, I would say, and just going up even more removal, even more board wipes, anything that keeps you in the game a little bit longer to actually establish your flying tempo creatures. That's more important. Now, technically, Aang does do that, but without flash on Aang, you gotta actually rely on playing it on your turn. Now, if you cut Aang, the last airbender, you might want to look into dropping the lessons too, but both of those also fitting the airbender theme. And therein lies the problem, right? Like I said, if you want it to be more powerful, you probably just drop a lot of the airbending and just really lean into the pixie side of things instead, which definitely just rips the soul out of the deck list. I do think that the flanker would be a really good addition in here. As a matter of fact, I'm going up one flanker and I'm going to drop one Suki. I think it would be incredible to airbend flanker and get all that utility back, but also think about that game, all that reanimation, flanker, exile target player's graveyard. That would have been really, really good. And even as a one of, there's still a pretty good chance of seeing it, right? So yeah, not too much card draw packed in, so you do fizzle out pretty fast. That's another reason why we went up a second Fountainport too, right? So a little bit more card draw, maybe that could help, but there's so many ways to help you survive that early game that you should still see quite a bit off the top. And then not only that, guys, if you lean too far into card draw, I mean, look at all the potential for recasting things that you airbend. Recasting Momo even for just 2 mana and stuff too. It's actually pretty significant. Recasting stuff from Pixie. So there's other means to keep your hand stocked up in a deck list like this. It doesn't just have to be card draw. Other ways to keep your hand stocked up. And don't forget cards like Airbender Ascension too. Acting as, I guess, a Pixie, because you don't have to airbend one of the opponent's creatures. You could airbend one of your own creatures too. Whenever those creatures enter, there's always the possibility that you're going to get some blink effects going with the Airbender Ascension too, which all the more reason to have more flankers in here. I wouldn't mind the second flanker at all, dude. So I don't know what we dropped for that. Probably the last Airbender. Again, ripping parts of the theme just out, ripping parts of the soul of the deck list out of the deck list just to make it more powerful, I suppose. I'm saying all this like you're going to put it together. Remember, guys, put it on the do not craft list for sure. Even if I played it out better, even if I knew what I was doing, I still think we would have really struggled with this one. So, and if we played another 4 or 5 games, however many we ended up playing today, there's a real chance that we'd lose all of them. I believe that, actually, guys. But maybe not if we actually go up that second flanker too. Really depends. Either way, guys, hey, if you made it this far into the video for real, y'all are champions. I super duper appreciate you. Seriously, thank you for being here. Let me know what you would add or take out. Am I right? Do we just want to just drop the airbending theme? Go just Mono White Pixie instead, with some of the new cards, of course. I think Appa, especially on the top end, would still make the cut. And maybe Suki as the one I've still too, but I kind of feel like just the second flanker would still be better than the Suki. Even though that's one of the ways we're going wide, we don't go wide really fast with this, especially since it's just once each turn and only on your turn as well. They were very cautious when making this card, huh? Yeah, either way, guys, hey, thanks again for being here, and I will see you in the next video.